Hey everyone, Jennifer Yogini here. Happy Wednesday. It is time for Intuition Wednesday. I'm also live on Reddit here, and this is where we get to practice our own intuition. I'll be pulling some cards. I'll show you the backs of the cards to start. You can use your five senses to tune into the energy of the cards. And this is Gracie over here. At Reddit, you guys can see Gracie. YouTube, let me draw it. There she is. My little Gracie girl. I'm sure Chewy will be here soon as well. My big red doodle. So before I get started on cards, how is everyone doing? I know you might have been getting some physical symptoms lately because we've been having some solar flares going on and basically like storms. Geomagnetic storm. I really don't know a lot about them. I don't, but I know it can disrupt the energy. And the energy, like the planetary energy, that has been ramping up. But with your physical self, you might be finding waves. And sometimes where you're feeling like, oh crap, I think I need another coffee, trying to get that energy up. And then also waves of, okay, I'm ready to get some shit done. Let's get some stuff done. You might be getting some headaches, maybe extra inflammation, water retention, things like that. But it's all helping us with the process of this big transformation we're all going through. And we're helping to transform the energy that is associated with patterns, with this lifetime, with past lifetimes, with our ancestral lineage. We're going through a beautiful evolution. Now, some people are totally like closed off to that. Well, that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter where you are on your own journey. It's perfectly fine wherever you're at and wherever your belief systems are, right? Not everyone believes in the same stuff. For me, it works, and I'm spreading my light as I spread what works for me, and you can see if it works for you too. So today's stream helps us to tune in to our own intuition. We're all intuitive. We can get messages in different ways. You can get messages through your dreams. You can get messages through feelings that you have within you, like emotions that come up, or where you might feel energy in different areas of your body. You can get messages through your thoughts. You can get messages just through this knowing, like, oh, I know this to be true. Your gut just tells you stuff. Maybe, I think I already said through thoughts coming in. Maybe you can get messages through the taste that you have in your mouth, or you can get a scent of something, but yet you're like, okay, why do I all of a sudden smell rose, rose essential oil? There's nothing around, or, so you can get messages and through many different ways. So this is where you can use all those five senses to see if your higher self, angels and guides, are giving you messages that one or more of these cards might have a message for you. So all the cards might not have a message for you that I pulled today. It might be one, it might be two, it might be three. I have no idea how many cards I'm actually going to pull right now. But I'm pulling cards for the collective, with one or more cards being specific to you that will have a message for you to assist you with the energy over the next 7 days. Yeah. And right now, the energy is prime for drawing new, beautiful things into our energy fields. It's about going after what you desire, believing that you are deserving, that you are worthy of it, and that you can create that. I think that's it. So 4 cards have potential messages for you. So you can ask your angels and guides to either give you some type of message. Can be anything, right? You don't have to be specific about the message, or you can be. But you can ask for some type of message to give you an indication that this card has a message for you. Or you can be more specific and say, okay, I would like a message. It could be red light, green light. I want a message that bring me something associated with the color green. So I know, yeah, green means go. This has a message for me. Or maybe it's going to be some type of message of red. No, that doesn't have a message for me. Okay, so you can be creative with this, and you can simply set that intention, or you can set an intention from here on, moving forward, here on in, that green means go, red means stop, or however you want to communicate with them. You can try some different things if you like. So I'm just starting with the back of the cards. They all look identical. Okay. This, you guys over here have a bit of a glare. Hopefully that's going to be okay. I'll bring it a little bit closer in a moment. So you can just start by looking at the back of the card and seeing if you're drawn to a certain area of the card. So right now you're using your sense of sight. Maybe you're drawn to a color, to an image. And while you're looking at the card, see how you feel on the inside. Do you feel lightness? Do you feel heaviness? Do you feel peace and calm? Do you feel action? Do you feel whimsical? What do you feel? I'm just going to bring it a little bit closer to Reddit now. And YouTube, you can definitely close your eyes and start to tune into the card with your other senses. Now, of course, Reddit, if you guys feel like you're ready to close your eyes, do it. But I wanted to give you an opportunity to see the card up close. And then when you're ready, close your eyes, tune into the energy of the card. So, what does that mean? It's just you can ground yourself, be in that place of peace, calm, centeredness, and see if you feel any energy in any area of your body. See if any thoughts pop in. Maybe knowing, maybe an emotion. Maybe you taste something in your mouth. Maybe you smell something. Just be open. And if you don't feel anything at all, that might be the message that maybe this card does not have a message for you. Okay, whenever did someone give me the heartwarming award? Truly yours is in the house. Hey, how are you, Truly? All right, so that is card number one. Let's go to card number two and just see if card number two has to have a message for you. Everyone has intuition. So this is just learning how to use your intuition. Hey, Disco, you need to acknowledge this whole energy comes from Jimmy. Of course it does. Okay, so you're starting by looking at the card. Maybe, and again, these are the backs of the cards, right? So they all look the same. So, but your mind's eye might be bringing you a slightly different image because of the different energy that's coming from it. So it can kind of morph the energy a little bit. And again, you can see if this card feels any different. Start tuning into your other senses. You can close your eyes and tune in. So I'm going to bring this card a little bit closer to Reddit and YouTube. You can close your eyes if you haven't already. Tune into the card. Yeah. So everyone should at least have their closed eyes now. If you haven't yet, use those senses. The energy from this card is very different from the other cards. So, is this ESP? Well, we all have intuitive abilities, every single one of us. But some of us haven't been practicing, haven't been growing them. So, this is giving you an opportunity to grow. to strengthen your own intuition by seeing if you feel anything on your body, if any thoughts pop into your head, maybe images come in, maybe you smell something or taste something or something. See if you feel the energy in a certain area of your body. So that's card number two. That's card number two. Let's go to card number three. Again, it's the same card on the back, but the energy is very different on the other side. So that's the energy that you're tuning into to see if any thoughts or emotions, feelings, any type of knowing that maybe washes over you. It really is about that trust. And those of you who have been working on yourselves, who have been tuning into yourself, who have been listening to your heart and making decisions from your heart, you're aligning with your true self. And as you do that, your intuitive abilities can expand. All right, so that's card number three. I've been noticing, I have one more card to show you. I've been noticing, I've been getting a lot of images lately. When I quiet my mind, close my eyes, I might get a pop in of a certain image. And I didn't used to get those. It really has been more recent that I started getting more images other than in dreams, right? So it's been a really cool. Hey, friendy. Hey, causation. It's been a while. Emotional fisherman. Are you a hot wife? Actually, going through a separation. So I guess not so much. All right. So tuning into the back of the card to start. You can look at it. And after using your sense of sight, then you can close your eyes and use the rest of your senses. Tune into them. See if anything else comes in, a thought, an emotion, a feeling, a knowing, taste, or smell. See if you feel this in any area of your body. Okay, so that was the final card. So I'm going to go for the reveal now. Noise without sound. I love how you shared that about ESP. That's great. Yeah, some people have been, it's been drilled into them that anything spiritual, anything that is, can't be, you can't see, you can't prove, is, it's got to be wrong. But you know what? That's okay, right? Everyone's at where they're at. But yeah, there have been a lot of studies done with ESP. All right, so card number one, flow. Flow. So what I'm getting with this card, and also what normally comes with this card, I'll read you what's below after, is that we really have to get out of the box that we've potentially created of the way we want things to look in our life. And it can be in any area of our life. So, relationships, finances, career, where we're living, the where we're living, how we're living, what all that looks like. And instead, we need to follow our inspiration. So when something feels good, even though it might be the unknown, right? We have no idea where something is going to go, and where our thoughts could potentially go into that fear base of what if I make a wrong decision? What if they aren't right for me? Well, just checking in to see if if there's a draw to move forward in that way, and if there is some type of draw to move forward, then allow yourself to move forward and experiencing it. And it doesn't mean, maybe it's not going to be a long-term thing. Maybe it's simply the experience that you needed to have in order to bring yourself to a new level of understanding of who you are and what's important to you. And so that is above all the most important thing. So I've been going on some dates here and there, right? And my intuition provides me with some messages, right? And so, as an example, I was really excited to meet this certain person. And a couple of days before I was supposed to meet them, I had this image of them coming up, and then they quickly like dropped away, gone, as if it would be like a ghosting type of thing, but it was like a drop away. And I'm like, okay, so I wasn't 100% at what it meant, but it felt like they would be coming in and then they would be going out. But I still noticed, like I tuned into my heart and I still noticed, no, I still want to meet them. I still definitely want to meet them. And so I went ahead and met with them. And sorry, my nose is a bit itchy. And it was great. And they're great. They were awesome. It was so wonderful to connect with their energy, super cool. But because of some circumstances, we knew it wasn't gonna work. And right after that, when I met them, they showed the indication of, yeah, dropping out. Like it was, and I'm like, yeah, okay, here it is. And and so that message, it kind of prepared my mindset for that. And I still needed to go through some adjusting and processing of the interactions and all that. But then I realized that, yeah, it was all meant to be, right? I needed to move forward, and it wasn't a right or a wrong. Someone else sent me a message saying, I'm happy that you're going on some dates, and have they been a success? And I responded, I wouldn't define as success or failure. I define it as an experience. And that's itching my nose again. That's what we can be open to in all areas of our life. It's not going to be a success or a failure. It's going to be an experience as long as we choose to flow and be open to the way the universe is going to send us information, send us people, send us experiences, because it might not fit into that box. So even though you might have some desires of how you would like for things to flow in your life, be open to the way they will flow, because they might flow a little bit differently. And if you want some help in flowing, the essential oil that can assist you is Arborvitae. It is helping you to be in the flow. It's from a cedar tree. It's a specific type of cedar tree. So if you look up Arborvitae, I think it's Arborfitae, maybe something like that. I do have it at home. I don't have it with me right now. But that's something that can help you to flow. So you can see if that resonates for you. If card number one happened to, you might not have had an opportunity to tune into the cards looking at the back of them beforehand. You might have come in after, but if you did have a chance to look at the backs of the cards, you can see if this resonates. And if you did have some type of message ahead of time. Good evening from Italy. Oh, very cool. Ciao. You can say that for hello and goodbye, or is it just goodbye? I think it's hello and goodbye. All right, so let's go to card number two. So those of you who picked card number two, or if you came after the fact, you can see if this particular card resonates with you. The card is balance. I love it how there's these butterflies on the card, and butterflies signify transformation. So it's you going through a beautiful transformation. But what is really important to your transformation is finding that balance between the masculine and the feminine, between action, get shit done, and calm, peace, gentleness, being open to receive. And on the card, it says, take time to relax, indulge a little more or a little less, set boundaries with your work. So also having the balance between work and play, between sleep and awake, between eating really healthy stuff and maybe going for a little bit of junky stuff too. Um, Bringing in that joy, having time to express your sexuality as well. That's also very important. Giving yourselves opportunities to allow your creativity to flow as well. Finding the balance and what is just coming up again. And I know I said sleep and action, but they wanted me to reinforce the balance between the getting shit done and the taking the time to chill, especially this week, because we are going to have those waves of being tired and those waves of being, let's do this. Right now, I'm suddenly getting a wave of being tired. So I got the message. If that was just to give you the message to bring it forth, you can release that now. But yeah, I've been definitely getting those waves, and even taking 15 minutes to yourself. If you can lie down, if you're actually in a workplace and during the day, maybe you can't just all of a sudden lie down, but maybe you can go for a walk outside or even to a bathroom stall and just sitting in there and breathing. You can close your eyes and find that place of peace and calm. Okay. And then that can help to rebalance everything, and the balance between the masculine and the feminine right now, and making sure, yeah, you had to get shit done, but bringing that play and that joy and that sexiness into your life as well. That's going to help to draw your desires to you. That is the key right now in balancing our energies. Bless you. Okay. Speaking of wave, hey, okay, flamingo. Hello. All right, so let's go to the next card. Card number 3 is nature. So, for those of you who resonate with this card, it's important for you to spend some time out in nature right now. It might sound very simple, but it's actually very impactful because we need to ground in what we desire with Mother Earth. So, going outside, taking a walk, even if you can get into the trails, that would be really good. Be able to bring in the elements of nature, the also the elements of wind and so I could say air and ether and water and fire and earth, bringing in those elements. So even if you're walking around where there is water, drinking lots of water will be really good. Having some candles, even if they're just battery operated candles, bringing in that element of fire. But when you're outside, try to ground down with Mother Earth. Maybe you could give a tree a hug and take a deep breath into that awesomeness of that tree and breathe out and feel its energy through its, I was gonna say body, but through the trunk. You can feel it if you tune into it. But even just walking and pretending you're breathing your own energetic roots down into Mother Earth and drawing her nourishment up within you. Being conscious when you're out there, as opposed to being in your head, all the things you have to do. Being out in nature and being in appreciation of gratitude for the beauty that's around you. That is going to help you to ground down what you desire, fuel the energy. It's about fertilizing your desires, fertilizing to help keep drawing them to you. And I'll read those messages in just a sec. When you are, because we have been planting some seeds of what we desire, when you ground it down, it's like it's fertilizing those seeds so they can grow. And when you take action, at least in one small way of moving towards those desires, it is like, it's like they're getting a good watering. Those seeds are getting a good watering, and the sun is beaming down on those seeds in that soil, helping everything to germinate and to grow and grow and grow. So you want to this week make sure you're putting some type of energy into all the different things that you desire. Okay, it's definitely not boring, very relaxing to hear you speak all of this. Oh, thanks, no time. Johnny, if there was a chance to have a trail that I knew for certain would bring me fruits, should I still pursue the elements? Please help me. Thank you. You know what, Johnny? I wouldn't want any of this to stress you out at all. So go with what you are drawn to. If you find that trail and feel like you can ground in your roots, then that's it. And when you're out there, you are going to be associated with earth. You're going to be associated with air. If you consciously even think about source energy coming down through your crown as you're out there, then you got the ether going on, right? You got it. Don't worry, you got it all going on. So it's okay. Just get out there, be in nature, connect with the nature. You can ask Mother Earth to bring in her fairies, the fairies representing the different elements, to just come in and join you. And if you forget to do that too, it doesn't matter. Just go out. It's all good. You don't need to be in your head. Just find the time to connect with nature. Be conscious of it. Be conscious to ground in and be nourished. The desires I'm getting lately seem to bring me more of a sinful feeling than a relief. What should I do? Maybe you can journal about why you associate it with being sinful, because sometimes we might have associations with certain concepts that are distortions and perceptions. Maybe it's just the way you were brought up, and maybe it's your religion, your culture that associates certain things with being sinful. Maybe in the eyes of source and the universe as a whole, maybe it's not sinful, you know? For example, sex or sexual thoughts. And some people think, well, that's sinful for me to think that. I don't believe that, but I've been going through my own awakening, helping me to release distortions and perceptions, and then to embrace what feels right for me. Because what feels right for me, what brings me joy, or what might be a turn on, it's right for me. And yet other people might judge. It doesn't mean it's a sin. So we're all very unique in what we need and what fuels us. And I believe it's time for us to release the distortions of perceptions that society has deemed to be right or wrong, black or white. It's up to us what is right for us, and having the courage to stand in your power and embrace that. Okay, so there's one more card for me to reveal. Okay, so card number 4, growth. I know there's some people in this stream that don't necessarily believe in this, and it's okay. You don't have to. You can go to other streams that will bring you joy and peace, that are in alignment with who you are and where you're at in your journey. It's all good. All right, so growth. You can see that we have the Mama Pegasus or unicorn. Do they have a horn on here? I don't see a horn, so I guess I will call it a Pegasus and a baby. So the message on the card is: seek out a mentor or guide. Take steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. So, those of you who resonate with this card, it's um, embracing yourself where you are at on your own journey. And you're not meant to know it all. And no one is meant to know it all, right? We've learned what we've learned from who we've learned it and how we've learned it. And some things that I've learned, they just simply resonated with me. And maybe they don't resonate with you, but things that have resonated with you might not resonate with someone else. And that's okay. And some things that you have learned along your journey, other people haven't learned yet, or vice versa, right? So wherever you are at on your journey is absolutely perfect. But this card is giving an indication that you are ready for growth. You are ready to move forward, learn something new. And today's Intuition Wednesday, that's what the stream is about. It's about growing your own intuition, learning how to work to communicate with your higher self. Some people might call it just tuning into your own gut, right? And I believe in angels and guides, right? We have our own spiritual team that wants to assist us. And in some cases, it might be ancestors that have crossed over, friends that have crossed over that now are working with you to be a guide, then learning how to communicate with them. So it might not necessarily be about spirituality, but that is what came to the forefront, maybe simply because it's also Intuition Wednesday. But we've been going through a big transformation and we've been opening up our crown chakra more, our third eye more. Our abilities to be able to receive messages have been expanding. If you've been open to that, then they have been expanding. So it is super cool. So if you're drawn to work with someone to help expand that more, or maybe you're wanting to start your own business, or maybe you have already started your own business, but you want to get to a new level of success. So maybe there's a mentor, someone who you want to work with or you're open to working with to bring wherever you're at to a new level of abundance. Maybe it has to do with relationships. Maybe your current relationship, it just you just are where you're at, and you of course you are where you're at, but maybe there's an area within your relationship you haven't been satisfied in, but you want it to work. So maybe you're ready to seek out some additional assistance to be able to take your relationship to a new level of awesomeness. Or if you're not in a relationship and you're simply wanting to expand in expand upon your own learning journey and you're ready to align with who you are and go after whatever you desire. So to work with someone to be able to bring you to that new, I think I pretty much said this, it's just saying it in a different way, a new level of success, a new level of abundance. So if there's anyone who's been coming into your life that has been tweaking your head, maybe to work with them, then take a step and give them a call or do some research and see what would be involved to maybe work with them. Maybe there's a friend that you could just go out for lunch or have a phone conversation and and I can talk to you more about what I do. Always just visit my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca, and you can see if it resonates with you. So I do one-on-one sessions. I can do longer coaching sessions or just one-offs, whatever you're looking for. And I channel messages and also do provide healing energy to help you with your own transformation. Go with what you're drawn, because we all can have our own beautiful growth advances in our own unique way, right? There's so many different modalities that you can use. So, sometimes, like for me, I have booked one-on-one sessions with some of my mentors when I feel a draw. Sometimes I'm drawn to just listening to a certain podcast, right? Or reading a book, doing a meditation and bringing in information in that way, journaling and bringing in information that way. So it's going to be whatever you're drawn to bring you to that new level. So it's an exciting week. And, You have the potential of, they're showing me a door is open and your foot is already in the door and like through the opening of the door. But now we have an opportunity to grab onto that door handle and open it wide and walk right in. So use the tools that you need to get there, including some of the things that came up within the card. So it's maybe finding a mentor, it's taking those walks in nature, connecting in, grounding down your energy, finding the balance within the different areas of your life, and flowing with what presents as opposed to saying, no, it needs to look like this, right? It's kind of a summary of all the cards that came up for today. Do any of you have any questions? Because that's it. Those are the 4 cards. Gave you an opportunity to practice your intuition. And if any of these messages resonated with you, I love it if you can share that. I love being able to share in the excitement of how it is in alignment with you. But again, if you have any questions associated with what came up or anything else, you can let me know. Otherwise, um, I will be wrapping up very soon. Okay, do you have the free will to move on? Absolutely, you do. I totally believe in that. We always have free will. The universe will be trying to direct you in the direction that is in most alignment with who you are. They'll keep on giving you nudges, but you always have your own choice. And then sometimes if you're not ready to move in the direction where, let's say, your angels and guides or higher self, they're like, come here, and you're like, I'm too scared to go over there, I'm going to choose here because it feels safer, then that's fine. That's going to be part of your journey. And then they'll try to veer you over by giving you different signs and helping you to go in the direction that is more in alignment with who you are. So it's, life is about, it might sound silly, but we're learning more and more about who we are as we go through life. We don't just know all of who we are, right? Because we've also been patterned based on how we've been raised and the people who we've hung out with and the experiences that we've had so far. So sometimes we need to have certain experiences and sometimes lessons again and again. So we're like, oh, yeah, I don't like that. I need to make a different choice because I don't want to experience that anymore, right? And then you can start making a different choice as you get more and more in alignment with who you are. So I think it's pretty cool. Life can be a cool journey. It's an adventure. It's an adventure. So it's about saying yes to the adventure. And what they're showing me is put on your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, and get ready for the ride because the energy is ramping up. And where your focus is and how you've been driving your choices, how you've been moving forward, this is about to get more solid. So they're showing me cement and how it's been poured and it's about to harden. And so the choices that you're making moving forward right now are going to take you on a journey for a bit of a time period, right? So you can experience that. So it's important to really make choices from your heart. And I'm not saying this to scare you because wherever you're at is wherever you're at, and it's going to be perfection in your own learning journey. But do your best to stay in a place of positivity this week. I'm going to read what that says. Do your best to be in that place of joy. Maybe listen to comedies, do things that would feel fun. Listen to music that makes you want to jive and have fun. Maybe talk to some friends, plan something fun this weekend or even nearing to the end of the week. So we're in Wednesday right now. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, make sure you find some things that will be fun that can raise that vibration up, helping you to have that uplifted heart, higher vibrational energy, drawing the amazingness in that you believe you are worthy and ready to bring into your life. Thanks for the good vibe. It's joyful, Yogina. I hope you have a great day. Oh, no time for love, Dr. Jones. You too. I hope you have a fabulous day. I hope you all have an absolutely fabulous day. I wish you a ton of abundance, health, joy, healing, beautiful relationships, abundance, finances, and career, or schooling, wherever whatever is present in your life. I'm wishing you abundance and all that. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Now, a Feel Good Friday is normally at 8 p.m. Toronto time on Fridays. I was invited to hang out with a friend, and so I'm debating at this point whether I should do Feel Good Friday at her house, still at 8 p.m., or if I should do it earlier at 7 p.m. And just have a shorter stream. So I'm not sure. So if you are interested in joining me for Feel Good Friday, which will also include the weekend reading, it's going to be on YouTube and my Instagram channel. So if you are really interested in that, you can tune in at maybe 7 p.m. just to see. That's Toronto time. And then if I'm not coming in at 7, then you can tune in at 8. I'm sorry for the little bit of I don't know. But I haven't totally decided on how I'm going to work things out yet. So thank you for your patience there. And if you want to join me on Instagram, my Instagram channel is the.joyful.yogini. So it's the Joyful Yogini with dots in between. And my link tree is on there in my bio, which has the links for all of my social media channels. So you can check that out. My YouTube channel is The Joyful Yogini, but if you can't find it on there, then you can go to Instagram and find the link directly there. So from my light to your beautiful, amazing light, namaste. I'm going to say goodbye on YouTube first. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.